here. Hello. Welcome in, everyone. This is a longer break than we took the first time, I feel.
Definitely.
Gary Con.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome on in, guys. Welcome to the season 3 premiere of All We've Lost. We have stuff that's gonna happen to my players. Nothing bad. Only good things. This is a very lighthearted campaign. Nothing bad has ever happened to them. No trauma has ever been endured. And that will continue to be the trend for the most part. Anyway.
I'll leave.
It's the lying for me.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Let's start with some introductions from my players. We will start, as always, because I always put Jay, I always put her here. So we're going to start with Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay. I play Eilif Sanse, and I like being here, right in this spot where Myriad puts me. You can find me on all social medias at TheYellowCubes, but right now that doesn't matter. I'm playing Eilif, and I'm so excited I couldn't sleep.
We're gonna see if that excitement continues throughout the session. Joel?
Hi, it's Joel. I am playing Neck, who, fun fact, has a neck.
I'll slap a minute.
Please. Bones.
Hey, it's me. I'm LittleBones309. I'm an indie gamer here on Twitch. You can find me all over the internet as LittleBones309, and I play Oleyna over here. Your favorite half-drow, half-high elf, courtesan, warlock, con artist. We're getting there.
Anything else? Anything else you wanna?
And possibly PhD. Who's to say?
The world is your oyster, truly. Cloister. Hi guys, I'm Myriad. This is my channel. We do a whole lot on this channel. We do obviously TTRPG stuff as well as art, and variety gaming. And yeah, welcome on in. I'm very excited. First off, you want to give the players advantages. Or me. You give me an advantage too. I'll take advantages. I might need them today. You want to give me an advantage. It's 200 bits to gift a player of your choice advantage, 600 to gift the entire party advantage, and then any subs, gift subs or otherwise, you can just declare the player of your choice and they'll get an advantage also for a sub. So, but I think if everyone's ready, we can start with a recap of what has happened. And boy, has a lot happened. Oh, well, there it goes. Everyone gets a immediate advantage for everyone from Queecher. And then I'm assuming Kurt is giving advantage to everyone. And thank you, Jay, for the 4 months. Thanks for shouting out, Jay. Jay, if you're listening, if you want to gift anyone an advantage, feel free to name the player of your choice. While we get started with previously on All We've Lost. We joined our party 2 weeks after their fight with the creatures from the Sandolfi Wilds. They had spent those 2 weeks preparing in their own ways for their journey to ruin at the advice of Nuala, who informed them that there was a man there, Lufir, who would be able to open the mysterious book they had found at the ruined temple near Comdov. At this time, Oleyna received a letter from her friend Badium, a merchant from her home city of Solaris, inviting her to a soiree in Knife's Edge hosted by Lord Elena, a man known for his affinity for rare and valuable items. Never one to miss an opportunity, Oleyna suggested the party stops in Knife's Edge on their way to Ruin to attend the party and possibly take advantage of Lord Elena's collection. When the party makes it to Whitewood, news has broken that the war between Tirfian and Beathanwa, one to which seemed there was no end in sight, had been declared over. An assassination attempt on Oleyna by individuals from an assassin's guild based in Solaris leaves the party on guard, while Oleyna suspects her father to be behind the attempt. The party makes their way to Turgarin, a port city, in hopes of finding passage by sea to Knife's Edge, and end up in the middle of a fight between Saris, Eilif's boss and boyfriend, question mark, and two familiar members of the Circle of Brass, an opposing mercenary guild to the Ring of Ash. They managed to make their escape with Saris on a boat where Saris reveals he had stolen something from the Circle of Brass on contract with Lord Oleyna. After a nearly 2-week journey by boat, the party arrives in Knife's Edge, meeting Oleyna's friend Vadium, an ostentatious tiefling man who helps them concoct a plan to infiltrate the Redford Keep, Lord Oleyna's home. The party is also reunited with Sam, who had received a letter from Oleyna brushing off the attempt on her life and rushed to Knife's Edge to ensure her safety. Their plan goes smoothly until they reach the vault. Not realizing they had set off a silent alarm, the party is caught unaware when they are attacked by Lord Oleyna's security. Sam and Saris, unbeknownst to the rest of the party, had an agreement with Vadium to stay behind and serve as a distraction while the rest of the party escapes through a teleportation circle Vadium had cast. Vadium leaves the party at the edge of ruin, where they encounter a strange and horrifying creature made of bones within the dead wood. After a nearly deathly encounter, the party was once more caught unaware as they were surrounded and taken captive. We left the party as they stood face to face with the man they'd come to ruin for, Lufir, who greeted the party, his attention firmly on Neck, his grandson.
Grandpapa!
Lufir holds his gaze steady on you, Neck. The corners of his lips upturned into a smirk, a smug look as though he'd been proven right about something. Well, I imagine there must be quite a reason for you all to have traveled such distance and risked such peril. In the blink of an eye, he takes the signet ring he had been holding and tosses it over to you, Neck, and you realize in that moment the restraints that had been wrapped around your wrists are no longer there. You catch it?
Of course I do.
A dexterity check.
I mean, maybe I don't.
I want to see if you're embarrassed by this or not.
I hope he gets hit in the head.
Just a straight dex check.
Just a straight dex check.
16.
All right. Your hand comes up almost on instinct as you catch the ring, the signet ring that which your father had given you that bears your last name. So, he sort of leans in his seat, his chin resting on his hand. What is it you came here for?
Information.
Well, I have plenty of that, but you're going to have to be more specific.
The
It's
book,
like-
Neck.
Yeah, he'll take out the book. Be like,
Lufir's
Seems
eyes glance down to the book, and you can see it in his eyes, the instant recognition, as the smirk that is on his face grows into an unsettling smile. Oh, now that is interesting. And in one swift motion, he stands up, stalking down the dais he'd been standing on in a way that makes it seem like he's gliding. It's been centuries since I've seen that old thing, and how did you come about it?
we definitely did not T-pose. We walked through a mirror and retrieved it.
A mirror. Where?
I'm trying to. Where was the mirror? It was in.
In the ruins near Comdov.
Okay. I remembered ruins. I couldn't remember something specific. The ruins near Comdov.
He kind of tilts his head. A mirror. You walked through a mirror. That is interesting. Well, what would you have me do with this book then? What is it you want? What is it you desire? He glances to each of you.
Well,
To learn
oh,
To learn what?
the kind of magic that it seems you created.
He's gonna snatch the book from your hands, Neck. What's in this book bears no resemblance to the magic I created, I can assure you that. So if that is what you desire, and he looks like he's about to toss the book over his shoulder.
no. Whether it was created by you or whoever, but it doesn't matter. We wish to know what the book says, what is inside the book, amongst the many great deal of things. I'm sure you are aware. Your veil is weakening.
He narrows his gaze on you, Oleyna. Ah, so I guess Nuala has gotten to you.
That she has.
How much has she explained?
That there is a lock, for lack of words, preventing the Fae from crossing over into this realm, and it is weak, and they're slipping through.
That they are. We've had reports floating throughout. More and more creatures escaping the wilds.
And
Now-
yet you've done nothing for it.
What would you have me do?
Are you not powerful and mighty in your own way?
Of course I am, but this is a battle I've already fought once before.
I see.
Do you know the history? Do you know, has Nuala told you all of that? That a great many moons ago, before you all were even a speck of existence in the world, you were ruled by cruel beings who thought themselves to be above gods. After years, hundreds and hundreds of years of subjugation, we mortals decided that enough was enough. Myself and a group of others, Nuala included, gathered artifacts from the wilds, and we used the artifacts to seal away these beings. We each gave something of ourselves then.
Well, part of this strange quest that we have found ourselves on is perhaps to do the work that you did before.
I'll unlock it for you. On conditions, of course.
There's always a condition, isn't there?
Always is. And he looks you up and down. A good businesswoman would know that, of course.
No, certainly.
So, he sort of tilts his head up as he thinks. 3 conditions, I would say, is a good enough for what you're asking of me. 1, each of you will submit to an interrogation of sorts. We need to be able to trust each other, after all, and of course you are free to ask your own questions of me. I'm not cruel, not a monster. 2nd, you will agree to complete an errand for me. Prove some sort of loyalty, some sort of camaraderie between the pair of us. And 3rd, I would like to see a test of your skills. I heard you slayed the Osilisk in the Marrow's Wood.
That we had.
Interesting. Thing's been terrorizing the wood for longer than I can remember.
Where do I sign up?
What is this task, this errand you want of us?
Oh, it's rather simple, actually. One of my necromancers has gone missing in Asatwim. They it's quite a conundrum when a necromancer goes missing because it could mean many things. They might have gone rogue, which I cannot have, or they're dead, which we need to collect the body, or they're alive and trapped somewhere, which means I'm down a necromancer who is perfectly capable, and can't have that either.
Well,
Missing person, very easy.
sure. I'm sure it is.
So,
Oleyna will look over at Eilif.
I think Eilif's just been kind of trying to get a read on this guy.
you want to do like an
as
insight
best
check or
as she
something?
can. Yeah. Can I
What
do
is it?
that?
Yeah. What are you like? What are you trying to discern from him?
Well, she's mostly trying to discern whether or not he seems like not just trustworthy, because he's like mostly that he's trustworthy because we're doing business with him, but more that he's not like, you know how devils, like when they're asking something of you, she's wondering if there's something that he's not saying.
Yeah, go ahead. Do an insight check.
Okay. I hope that made sense.
It did.
Okay. 17?
Okay. You imagine that if this man, who, for all you know of him, founded this country, he founded an entire school of magic that basically cripples the cycle of life and death as we know it. If he wanted something of you that you weren't willing to give to him, he would probably take it. Him asking is probably on good faith. Him trying to strike up a deal with you. He wants this to be mutually beneficial.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll look over to Oleyna and kind of nod.
Very well.
He sort of, well, good. And he looks to Oleyna. Start with you. And you, both Eilif and Neck, you begin to get ushered out of the chamber that you're in. Seems that the interrogations are starting to take place right now.
Oleyna's shaking in her boots a little bit.
Do you guys struggle or anything as the guards kind of usher you out? They're not like doing it with a lot of force, but they are sort of, they grabbed you by like the upper arm and are walking you away.
Not at all. I would.
Okay.
Does Oleyna seem like she's okay with what's happening?
I think outwardly, yeah. I think she's good enough at making a facade that she can put on a good mask of a brave face. Like, no problem.
Okay. Then I'll just go.
You all are ushered out, and Oleyna, you are left standing on the platform directly in front of the dais that Lufir had been sitting on, and he stalks up to you, and he's sort of walking around you. It reminds you of like a predator stalking its prey. He's circling you like a shark. Your name?
She hesitates for a moment, and probably finds it best to not lie about her name. Oleyna K.
Bastard. Do you know your parents?
My father is Lord Crane.
He kind of, his nose scrunches at that.
Something we can agree on.
Unfortunate for you. Your mother, then?
No, I do not know my mother.
As you say that, he stops in front of you. His eyes lock with yours. And he tilts his head. One of ours, then. A drow.
I believe so. Yes. Clearly.
He's searching for something in your face. And as he is, scanning your features, looking into your eyes, you're not sure if he finds what he's looking for as he starts to circle you once more. And what do you do for work?
I provide companionship.
A courtesan, then?
Indeed.
He stops again. You have something on you.
Perhaps. I have many great deal of things on me.
Fae. You have something of the Fae on you.
Again,
I thought I smelled it. It reeks.
I have a great many deal of things on me.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, no.
At disadvantage.
No! I would like to use an advantage to make that a straight roll.
Okay.
That is a 10. A whole 10.
Okay. You feel the tendrils reaching out into your mind. Like it's almost like it's encapsulating your brain, digging the tendrils into the ridges, looking for something, searching for something, skimming through memories and thoughts that you have. Almost like it's tainting everything in your mind until it plucks a particular memory of you donning the mask that you had stolen from Lord Oleyna during the battle with the Obelisk. Now, Oleyna K, would be beneficial if we were honest with each other. Have you made a deal that you wish not to speak about?
I have a patron. I do not exactly know who my patron is.
And how did you come about this patron?
He's always been with me. In my dreams.
Has he given you a name?
No.
Another wisdom saving throw.
Is this one also at advantage? Or disadvantage?
Yes.
I'm going to use another advantage.
Okay.
That's an 18 plus 3. 21.
You just make the DC. You feel the tendrils poking and prodding once more, trying to grasp at the thought that you are trying to keep hidden so carefully. The name that was almost on the tip of your tongue. And just when it starts, you think that the tendril is about to touch that memory, that thought of your patron standing at the end of your bed, whispering his name to you. It recoils.
Can I tell you what Oleyna is like thinking really hard about?
Absolutely.
Psalm. She's thinking of the way his eyes kind of light up in the sunlight and the way his hair moves and the warmth of his hand around hers.
There's a frown on Lufir's face as that memory, those thoughts are the only thing that he is able to grasp at. and he knows what you're doing. He's not stupid. He's a very intelligent man. He knows that you are very expertly hiding something from him. But you can see the smirk on his face. Almost an appreciation. Respect, maybe. Almost as though he's accepted this challenge. And what is in it for you then for me to open this book? Do you wish to strengthen the seal once more? Have everything remain the same? Only for another 1,000 years, your descendants to have to deal with the same eating cycle?
There's a long pause from Oleyna, and she sort of meets his eye in a way that she would never show another person. It is hard and stoic. My father, Lord Crane, has taken upon himself to send assassins after me, for I am his sole heir. His wife has not borne him any children, and I'm in line to become Lady Crane, should I legitimize. But I believe a rival house is in order.
The smirk grows, and you see the skin stretch across his teeth as he veers down at you. Oh, Oleyna K. That is a very lofty goal.
I think you understand.
You think that journeying here, unlocking the secrets of this world, do you think that will aid you in this goal?
I believe so. Money is an issue for some. I have an extraordinary ability to boast myself into higher positions with the gaze and longing of high lords. I understand what makes a man tick, understand what he desires more than most. But his money alone will get me nowhere. I can be the richest woman in the world if I have no pull.
He stopped his circling and he stands in front of you with his hands clasped behind his back. As he regards you, you think for a very brief second that there's a fondness in his eyes. You are your mother's daughter. And then he calls to the guard. Bring him the next one. And you are ushered away. Eilif.
Yes.
You
hello.
cross paths with Oleyna as your guard brings you into the chamber while Oleyna's brings her out. Is there any sort of gaze moment you two share in this?
I think Oleyna will look at Eilif and give her something of reassurance with a singular nod. As if to give her a imaginary pat on the shoulder.
Yeah, she will take it and kind of feel like maybe she's done interrogations before. At least she's seen them, so she's like,
You've been on the receiving end and on the delivering end of many an interrogation.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Eilif, you take the spot that Oleyna was in. And this time, Lufir doesn't circle around you like he did Oleyna. He stands in front of you rather firmly. Name?
Eilif Sanse.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
I mean, technically is.
At disadvantage, unless you want to burn an advantage to even it out.
I don't. That's worse than the first one. I got a 5, and then I
Okay.
rolled again. I got a 2.
All right.
So 3. It's wide.
You feel the exact same thing that Oleyna had felt. The black tendrils that dig into your mind forcefully against your will. And they are all-encompassing. You can feel it. It's painful. As you try to push out the thoughts, those thoughts of who you were. Try to dig them down deep into a place where no one would find them, not even Lufir with his magics. But just as you think that you have buried those memories, a black tendril wraps around them and wrenches them back to the surface. Marmorn. Interesting.
Not for many years.
But still, marriage is marriage. Should be honored.
Marriage is complicated.
Oh, don't I know it?
So you and the druid, what's her name, Nuala?
Nuala, yes.
You guys ever,
Oh God, no.
entering?
She'd lop
It
my
didn't
dick
seem
off.
that way to me. You might want to try.
He's gonna sort of lean back on his heels. Nah, I quite like everything where it is, actually.
Your choice.
So your husband. Touchy subject? You good?
Oh, sneeze so hard.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you. It can be.
Why is that? I mean, to abandon the mother of his child. To go off to a war that is being fought for what reason? To get glory, power, prestige. Boring.
His choice.
How do you feel about that choice?
I think Eilif is gonna try to lie again. I think she kind of hardens her stance a little bit and kind of shifts, and she just, it's all right. Choice is a choice.
Wisdom saving throw.
Is it 16?
The tendrils dig deep. Perhaps maybe not that deep. For all of these emotions that you've repressed, Eilif. Perhaps the feelings of resentment, the feelings of anger at being abandoned, being excommunicated from a family that you had thought cared about you, the loss of your son, not knowing where he is, not knowing where your husband is, if he's dead or alive. That all of these uncertainties. And what would Lufir find?
I think he would find somebody who, in truth, is just scared. Like for all her strength and kind of cool, like she's done so many cool things. In reality, she's just kind of scared. When he died, which is what happened with her, or at least what she thinks happened. Like she was comfortable one day, she just wanted to live a very normal life, and then it was gone. So it's like it's a very soft woman being forced into being in a hard life. So he finds a lot of resentment and fear and sadness, mostly.
His brows sort of furrow. And you think that there's a little bit of sympathy in his eyes. And in that moment, I think you might realize Lufir is not. He's very powerful, both with magic as well as in his position in this world. But he's not a man without empathy. He built this country for his people to have a home. And he looks at you, mourning a future lost. It's perhaps one of the most difficult things one could go through. To think about all that could have been, all that never will.
That's why I press it down. Don't think about it. Keep your head up. Keep looking.
That's healthy. So,
I think so.
employment.
Bit of a sellsword. Ring of ash.
Oh. Unfortunate.
Hey, pay me. I'll do whatever you want. I don't care.
Well, I guess that's entrepreneurial of you.
It's mostly
Whatever.
the red, not for me.
Body color.
Yeah, not for
Unfortunate.
me.
Should just like go with whatever anyone wants to like wear. I think it's kind of silly. Yeah.
I go with the green.
Well, kind of gestures to your outfit, which is very green.
I don't really like it, but here we are.
Now, I'll ask you the same question that I asked the other one. What is in it for you? Open this book to learn the secrets that are inside, and there are a great many secrets. Do you want to be a hero, Eilif, Sanse?
No. To be completely honest, I don't care about any of this. The only reason I'm here was to get, well, to hear, as I gesture to the room. I want to find my son, and the only place that the people I know can get to was right here. To open the book is no matter to me. I'm doing it to help my friends, though one of them seems to be caught up in something I can't explain. And this object they carry makes me uneasy. But I help them all the same.
Trust your instincts on that one. It should make you uneasy.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it, a mother's instincts, I suppose.
You have something of your son's.
I'll take out his little mitten that I've just carried around, just tucked in, and hand it over.
He sort of with 2 fingers, just plucks it from your hands and inspects
It's not
it.
poisoned.
He's not, I think he's trying not to rough handle something that you probably consider
okay.
a treasured item. And he looks at it. And roll me an Arcana check.
Ooh, I am good at those. Not really, but I like to be. Well, actually, maybe. Nat 20 with a 21.
Okay. You've never really been around someone who is such a high-powered caster before. But you notice in his other hand, the one that's not holding the mitten, he makes a very tiny gesture that you would recognize as a somatic component for a spell. And you're not sure what spell it is, but you can feel the flow of magic from him as he casts it. And as he looks at you, there's a sorrow in his eyes as he hands back the mitten to you.
So?
Beyond me, I'm afraid.
I think it kind of looks like all the air was knocked out of her. And she's just trying to because she knows he's strong as hell.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just, guess I ought to keep looking.
There's a moment where he looks like he's about to say something to you. He's looking you in the eye, and his mouth is just slightly ajar as though he's about to say something. And then he stops and he looks behind you, gesturing to the guard. Bring my grandson in. And the one guard will usher you back out of the chamber as they usher Neck in.
As Neck kind of goes in, she's tucking the little mitten in, and she just doesn't work to lie.
Does Neck say anything to Eilif as she tells him that?
No. He's just he's focused.
You stand at the center of the platform. There seems to be... He's a little bit more relaxed with you than he was with the previous 2. So how's your father?
Good. Feel like he would disapprove me being here to a degree.
Oh, we had quite the argument when he left. Swore that I'd never see his children. Look at us now.
It's great meeting you. Wish the circumstances were a bit better.
Now you seem to be very interested in necromancy. Any reason?
It would just look at him straight in the face and just be like, I was serving and they lied to me about my wife's health. And by the time I got back, she was already gone. They let me stay out there, knowing that my children did not have a parent. So my main goal is to get her back. But between you and I hate the powers that rule over where I live now.
You know, when we had sealed away the Fae, they were very quick to declare the new rulers. They were so sure that things would be different. And yet here we are. Her power corrupts everything eventually. It ruins lives. Leaving dust in its wake. I'm not so ignorant to think that I am above this. I've ruled here for over 700 years. I know that we could be doing better. But I think that we all are trying our best. Perhaps some more than others. How much have you delved into necromancy?
Like the hand that he's like summoned will like creep up on his shoulder, and he's like,
He sort of goes and he pokes at it, and it sort of like twitches at him. Bad, I think. Finesse, if anything. Self-taught, then. I can't imagine.
yeah,
Some books. Still looking
believe-
at the hand.
I believe they're your books, but yes, I've.
You
read a
have
couple.
one.
He like pulls out all the books that he like has and that he's been reading.
He grabs one and he's kind of flipping through it. Oh, yeah, they're mine. Where'd you get this? This is the one that you got in Knife's Edge from the little lizard folk man who ate the gold. He liked to hold the gold in his mouth.
Like there was a lizard man in a town, and he loved eating coins. What? Yeah, I don't know. He enjoyed holding the coins in his mouth and then eating them.
And you bought a book from this creature.
It was quite entertaining.
Uncivilized, you lot over in that country. Uncivilized.
You're telling me.
So, you've seen it then? What lies beyond? That doesn't frighten you.
Even if it did. I need her back.
What would you give to have her back?
Everything that I possibly can give. Not even being able to say goodbye, I would. Every power that I've ever had, every ounce of strength, every emotion that I could ever feel. Just to get her back.
He sort of clasps you on the shoulder in a very, fatherly way. I think I've heard all I need to hear. And he will gesture to the guards. Bring the other two back in. And Eilif and Oleyna, you both will be guided back into the chamber. Now, do you have any questions of me? Seems fair.
I would really ask Nuola. I just genuinely think.
You think she liked me?
I think so. It was kind of like a love-hate thing, you know? But
fuck.
yeah, I feel like two strong people could, like, you probably level like maybe her forest, but it would like be worth it, you know.
I appreciate your like confidence in me. That's rather nice.
You look, yeah, no, I believe in you. I look makes sense.
I like this one. Then he'll look to Oleyna and Neck. Any questions before we start the next?
What's in it for you?
Well, I've learned something from you all. That's knowledge is power. You all will be going on an errand for me, which I don't want to take care of. So it's like out of thought, out of mind. Honestly, I just want to see what happens.
Very well.
Neck?
Yeah.
Any questions?
When can we get started?
Roll initiative.
We fighting him because I'm gonna be scared.
You sure are fighting him.
Well, it's 20.
Got a 15.
$24. Or, sorry, 20.
Neck, Eilif, who has the higher dex?
Mine's 16.
I think Neck.
Okay.
Yeah, Neck.
So he is going to get a surprise round on you all, because I don't think any of you were expecting to be fighting him. And he is going to... He is going to summon undead. So you will see a skeletal figure begin to rise up from the ground in front of him. Almost as though it is clawing its way out of the floor. And that figure will... He is going to approach Neck. Going to swing on Neck as the creature sort of groans. And he is going to hit you. 13 plus... that's a 28 to hit.
Just barely.
Does a 28 hit?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure. That is going to be 13 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then it's going to swing again. 27 to hit?
That hits.
That's going to be only 10 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And it's next turn.
He'll pull out the warhammer and try and swing on this guy, I guess.
Okay.
Good luck to me.
Good luck.
You can do
Good luck.
it.
Have fun.
I believe in you.
21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. And then I'm also going to use a smite.
Mhm.
Okay. 22 damage.
Okay.
And I'll swing it again.
Hmm.
And that's a miss.
Okay.
And
Anything else?
that's my turn.
Eilif?
Howdy. I guess longsword it is. I will. I mean, I assume we healed since last time.
Yeah,
No.
I'll give you a long rest.
Wait, we would have.
Okay. Because
You guys
Unless
were
I'm
getting
told
you guys
to
were getting
restart.
you were held captive, so you were likely asleep at one point.
thank goodness. I was gonna say because if we weren't, I'm screwed. Yeah, I guess I'll hit him. Hit him
Okay.
again. Or I guess I'll hit him once. 20. Wait. Yeah, 22. I couldn't do math real quick. 22 hit.
22 does hit.
Yes. I am going to. Am I able to get to him here?
Yes. That's Oleyna, though.
Okay. Oh shoot! Sorry, my bad.
Don't move Oleyna.
It's been.
I don't
a
think she
while.
wants to be that close to him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna move her over there. It's been a while, and I saw a pretty face, and I just grabbed it. It's instinctual at this point. Oleyna's face is just too pretty. That is going to be 9 damage.
Okay.
And I will pump an extra. I think it's 5 now.
Hmm.
An extra 6
Okay.
into there. And then for my 5. No, not healing. Bad. And then I'll take the 5 damage. And then I'll do that again.
Okay.
Oh. 21.
Does hit.
Okay. Wonderful. And then my dice that I definitely know which one it is. 12 damage.
Okay.
And then that will be it, I think. For now. Yeah.
It's Lufir's turn again. And he... How mean do I want to be?
Not mean. There's only 3 of us. We're just little guys.
You're just little guys.
I'm a widow shrimp. Leave me alone.
All right, I won't be super mean.
Thank you. You are a benevolent god.
I'm going to cast Chain Lightning.
You bitch.
So when you said you weren't gonna be mean, you lied.
Yeah, I lied.
Like a liar.
Like a liar. I need everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, easy clap. No problem. I got 19.
Okay.
Total. 17 plus 2 is 19, right?
That fails.
Not 20,
Fuck.
21.
Okay. Eilif, you make it. What did you get, Nick?
17.
That fails. Oleyna and Neck, you take 34 points of lightning damage.
Holy shit.
I have 3 hit points left.
And Eilif, you take half as much.
What was the original? Sorry, I was just baffled.
34.
17.
And 17 is halved.
Right? 37 minus 34. I have 3 hit points.
Okay. I want you all to know he is also seated still.
Fuck yeah, he is. God, he's badass.
Bro, he's so cool.
And it is now Oleyna's turn.
He's taken damage.
He has, correct.
Is using my pact boon considered a bonus action or full action?
What pack boon?
Pact of the Crown.
what does it do again?
So I can summon a magical servant that will obey my commands, whether it's the guard, the scout, or the consort. The guard is obviously a melee attacker.
That's going to be an action, I'm going to say.
Okay, I will tell you. It's on my initiative, and just for context, to command it is a bonus action.
That's fine. So you're going to use your action to summon it, and then to command it is going, so it can make an attack on its own. And then on your following turn, you'll be able to do both an action and it can attack. But on this turn, you're going to have to use an action to summon it.
I am going to go ahead and summon it then, and I'm going to summon it on the skeleton.
Okay.
And he's going to attack. It is just like a dude in armor. He does have an AC of 13, and he has like 8 hit points.
Okay.
But he has a proficiency in strength with a score of 17.
Okay. So you're going to make an attack roll for him?
Yeah, so it is going to be a d6. It's just going to be bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Oh, let me roll my d20 first. It's a 19 natural.
That is going to hit.
Yeah. That's 6.
Okay. So he's just a dude in some armor?
Actually, can I take that back? I redact that. It's just going to be like bodiless armor.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like, and like the armor, like the plating and everything is sort of like floating and like not quite connected. So
I'm imagining like Kingdom Hearts style.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he's got a big like a big mace.
Okay. So he takes the mace and he wallops on the skeleton, and you see part of the skeleton's shoulder sort of break off as it buckles under the weight of the mace. But it's still not enough for the skeleton to take its eyes off of Neck. You think that there is very likely, in the same way that you can command this creature, Lufir is commanding the skeleton to attack Neck.
Okay, and I will say we do have 3 potions of healing. Is it a bonus action for me to go ahead and chug one of those?
Go for it.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that. What am I rolling for it?
So is it a greater or a normal healing potion?
I think it's just a regular healing potion. I technically have 5 potions of healing. I should take that back.
Joel, what's the potion of healing? Is it 2d4? Plus 4?
I believe so.
Okay.
2d4 plus 4, yeah.
That's a 4. That's a 3. 7 plus 4 is
11.
11. Don't worry, guys. I have 14 hit points again.
You're doing great. You're not dead.
Not dead yet. Plus.
It's plus 2, not plus 4.
Oh.
It's a regular.
I'm going to give you plus 4 because I said plus 4. So
thank you.
I'm not going to go back on that.
Thank you.
But going forward.
Yes.
So we are back up at the top of the order with Neck.
Neck is not looking too hot at this exact moment. So I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my channel divinity and transform.
Okay.
Into a giant raven.
All right.
I need to find the little. Need to find the little thing I made. I did not expect to use this.
So I would say Oleyna probably notices this, not Eilif, because Eilif is engaged with Lufir. Oleyna, you look back and the cloak that is around Neck, it's the cloak of feathers that you guys had found in the vault. It wraps itself around him. And then when it unfolds, it's like wings unfolding. And instead of Neck standing there, there is a giant raven hovering over the ground.
Rock and roll, baby.
Can I cast spells still?
Yes.
I'm going to bonus action cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. What does that give you?
Plus 2 to AC.
So what's your AC at now?
23.
All right.
Wait, is it dimly lit?
I would say it is dimly lit in here. You just
Then-
have the backdrop of the stained glass really is lighting the chamber.
Then 24.
24. Is that all for your turn?
Yeah.
Eilif,
Yeah.
your turn.
Lovely. Okay. I saw him using his hands to cast spells, right?
Yeah, you did. Are
Can I target this motherfucker's hands, I guess?
you trying to lop his hands off?
I'm trying to lop one of his hands off at least.
All right, go for it.
He sat down. He has his hands probably
He's just like kind
pretty
of
prepped.
he's like this in the chair. He's just got his cheek resting against his hand as he's like watching you.
God, he's so cool.
21 again. He's so cool. I don't want to fight him anymore.
He flicks his hands up and you note a shimmering sort of field of a sickly green magic bounce up in front of him, and your sword pings off of it.
Dickling. Okay, I'm gonna try to attack him again, this time with advantage.
Okay.
Hopefully this works. I'm gonna use Thorn's dice, because his dice are always luckier than mine. That was very lucky. That's gonna be a 26.
That'll hit.
Great. I will pump more, the 5 extra into there.
Okay.
6 extra, sorry.
Mhm.
And then I will deal my damage.
Okey-dokey.
That is going to be, what is that? 13 damage.
Okay.
And then I will, fuck it. I'll action surge it. Why not? I'm here. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
No, will not hit.
Dang it. And then I will do it again. I'll do this one with advantage as well.
Okay.
That's gonna be a nat 20
Okay.
for a 27. All right. Double the dice, correct? Oh no,
So double the dice.
I forget how to do it. Okay.
So you're going to do max damage. So what's going to happen? You're going to do max damage. The max amount of damage you can do on a normal roll.
That
think
is
that's-
a 14.
14. And now
Yeah.
you're going to roll again. You're just going to roll the normal number of dice, and that's going to be your crit damage.
Okay. 14. So 19?
Okay. So 19
wait.
damage.
Yeah, because I
That
only
plus
add
everything?
it. I only add the plus. No.
You're going to add the
19.
plus. You're going to add the plus to the crit damage as well.
Okay. Then give me a second. I'm doing maths.
Okay, I'm going to pull up something right now.
It's 14.
What kind of damage is this?
I think it is just
Piercing?
what is it called? Slashing.
Flashing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like the sound of that. That is going to be a 28, I think.
28? Okay.
Because that's adding everything in.
All right.
I have to take
I
my
was rolling on the
difficulty.
lingering injuries.
Okay, I'll go
Able.
for his hands. I don't know if that'll work.
It did not. No lingering injuries for him. We got a 64 on the dice. It has to be below 20%.
Okay.
So you go to aim for his hands, and with the shield still in place in front of him, it causes your sword to sort of scrape off of it, and you just slash right across his shoulder instead.
I'm so mad. He still looks bored. Okay.
It is his turn. First off,
Trying so hard.
his skeleton boy is going to slash at neck. That's going to be a 23 doesn't hit because you have a 24, correct?
Yeah.
So the first hit does not hit with a 23. The second hit is 18 plus 13. I think that's going to hit you.
Yep.
And then it's going to do some damage. Another d4. As it claws at this new form it's going to do 10 damage.
It's dead.
It's dead?
Yeah, I only had 8 hit
No,
points.
this is on neck. This is on neck.
Oh, on neck. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, like, neck's dead. RIP, I guess. And everyone gets another round of advantages from Queecha.
Yay.
And now it is Lufir's turn. He is going to look at... Ooh, what do I want to do? What do I want to do to you, Eilif?
Stop getting crazy.
What do I want to do?
It.
I don't get to play level 20 characters very often.
I know what I want to do to Lufir, and it's not PG.
Stop trying to bang Lufir. Jesus.
Gilf, right?
Oh, this is gonna be good. Lufir's gonna stand. And you are going to see a shadow-wreathed hand, Eilif, stick up from the ground, and it's going to grasp you around your throat. And I need... Is there a save on this? Siphon life.
This isn't helping.
Oh no, it's just going to make a melee attack against you. That is going to be a 34 to hit.
I was gonna hit. I would say that would hit. I would say that.
And in an odd turn of events, this is going to siphon energy from you in the same way that you siphon energy from yourself to inflict more damage.
Slut.
So that's going to be 12 points of damage to you. And you see the slash that was on Lufir's shoulder begin to stitch itself shut. And he sort of tilts his head at you.
Just because she can't, she's definitely like giggling, kicking her feet.
And now it is Oleyna's turn.
Okay. With my Eldritch Blast, I get 2 attacks. So they're both going to be on Lufir. I'm going to use advantage on the first roll.
Okay.
Glad I did. I got a natural 20. Get fucked on. And I'll go ahead and roll my second one. I'm just going to roll that one normal.
Okay.
That's a 15. So spell casting ability. So 19 total in that second one.
19 to hit?
Yeah.
Does not hit.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I'm sure my critical obviously hits.
Your crit will hit no matter what.
Yeah. What am I doing again for Chris? Just rolling double damage, or?
So you're going to maximize the first damage. So it's going to be
a 19 total. So it's a D10 plus my spell casting or my spell attack bonus, right?
Yeah. So that's going to be 19 total.
Yep, that's max.
And then you're going to roll for the second one.
It's a D10.
Yeah, so you're just gonna roll D10 and then add your whatever.
I forgot what a D10 looked like. It's been so long.
Not gonna lie, me too. I just was looking for one.
You know what I mean? That is 4 plus 9, so 13 total.
Okay. So 13 plus 19?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't ask me to do that math.
Lufir, you blast him in the chest. And he does sort of take a step back at that. That was not an insignificant amount of damage, no matter how high level he is. And his gaze turns from Eilif to you, Oleyna.
I think she's gonna meet his gaze. and she is sort of giving this. You're not the only one who knows how to use magic. You're not the only one who's got power. And I think internally, she is sort of begging her patron to see them through this, like begging.
Mm-hmm. You hear a deep chuckle in your ears resonate. It's not Doulahan's, though.
Oh no. Oh no. Is it Lufir's?
It's Lufir. You're in his home. You think he's gonna let that thing that you've made a pact with have any sort of sway here?
Can I spice this up real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
For the role play?
Mhm.
I think she calls on Doulahan by name.
When you say Doulahan, like, are you saying it in your head? I'm imagining.
Yes.
There's a nod in Lufir's sort of posture, almost as though you've proven his thought correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that same look that you had gotten from him before, that challenge met look, is on his face as we go back up to the top of the order with Neck.
Wait, I have a bonus action.
What's your bonus action?
I'm going to command my guard to swing again.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
You swinging on the skelly?
Yeah, it's a 19 natural.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, here's my d6. Here we go. It's a 1. Sure glad I did that.
It's sort of like it, like just like a little bit of bone like flicks off.
I'm like looking at the guard, like, what the fuck are you doing now?
You're embarrassing us.
God.
Okay, back up to the top of the order.
Okay. This giant raven is going to attempt to peck him in the face with a spell.
Okay.
And the skeleton, not the wait, how's the skeleton faring? What would
You've noted that like a piece of like his shoulder has broken off. He seems to be like missing like a rib. It's a little hard to determine just because skeletons don't bleed in the same way that it was a little hard to determine with the obelisk when you fought it, because it doesn't have any like significant wounds that you can sort of assess. But with the amount of like bone matter missing from it, you imagine that it's probably not long for this world.
Then in that case, Nick will try and like fly or navigate his way in front of Lufir.
Mhm.
Does the skeleton attack me as I leave?
Yeah, it's gonna take an off shot on you.
Okay.
Not gonna hit.
Oh, sweet. Then, he's gonna try and attack Lufir with a spell.
Okay.
Inflict wounds. I'm going to use one advantage. $19.
You peck him, right? So as you peck him, where do you peck him exactly?
He's gonna go for like where the Eilif,
The shoulder.
yeah, had like swung.
So as you peck at his shoulder, you know that like when inflict wounds happens, it seems like necrotic energy will just sort of flow through the point of contact, almost as though it's like necrotizing all of the skin around. And as you do that, the necrotic energy starts to spread on his shoulder, and then it back in. He's a necromancer, man.
I know.
Eilif, unless Neck, you have anything else you want to do?
That's it.
Okay. Eilif.
Okay. I'm up here. This is fucking cool. I guess I'll second I'll second wind.
Okay.
Just cuz I'm going to need a little healing. That is going to be okay. I'll just put it in here. That's going to be that many. Please heal me. And then I guess I'll attack him. At least because the thing's holding me up still. Right?
Yes,
The
this is
hand?
there. It's still got its. You feel the pressure around your neck.
Can I telling me, brother. Is he close enough to attack? Or do I have to slash at this thing?
He did step up to you, so I will say that he is close enough. He's within melee range of you.
Okay, then I will melee him.
Okay.
I'll do it with advantage before I look
Okay.
at the other number.
Flanking, so you already have advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage because Neck's there.
Okay. Damn it. That's gonna be 17, which I know doesn't hit.
Does not hit, no.
That is going to be there's a 19 plus 7, so
That'll hit.
26. Okay. Let's just attack him, because fuck this guy. I'm just
But,
trying
like,
to get him
fuck
to
this
lose
guy, you know?
concentration.
Okay.
Fuck this guy both ways. Ooh, sweet. Okay. That's gonna be a 14, and I'll pump an extra. I mean, I just healed, but this would be really funny. I'll pump another 5 into it. So that's gonna be 19.
Okay. As you slash at him, blade going a little bit deeper this time, he looks at you and there's not that same sort of twinkle of amusement in his eye. Can you do anything else on your turn?
Nope.
I need everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I got a dirty 20.
That's a 6, my guy.
I'm going to use an advantage.
Okay.
$18.
You all fail. And you feel, just as you guys are all in sync trying to cast your spells or hit Lufir with your melee attacks, you feel your bodies freeze as he sort of holds up his hand. All right. I'm done. I've seen what I need to see. And he drops hold person in the same breath on you, and you regain the faculties of your body.
Oh, if you could do that again.
He looks at you. He's like,
What? Come again? Wait, don't.
I thought this was
a what?
A gang?
Oh, there we are. He looks a little uncomfortable at this point. Anyway, you passed.
That's the point.
Good job. And now we're gonna go cut to a break because I gotta pee.
Pee time.
I will see you guys in just a little bit.
Okay.
5 to 10 minutes. Stick around. Lufir didn't kill them. I would never kill my players on the first episode of the premiere of a season. So, be right back.
Bro, Lufir's amazing.
Hello. We're back. We're here. We're ready to fucking party. Lufir sits back down in his chair. He kind of gave you guys a little good job. It's exhilarating, to say the least. I haven't had anyone cut me, let alone twice, in a fight before, and quite some time now, actually. He's looking at Eilif as he says this. There's a clear...
You're welcome.
Like, Eilif's gonna try to sleep with Lufir, and I'm unsure of how I feel about this. Well, I have a boon for you all, I guess. Well, one of you at least. An act of good faith between us. And Lufir nods to one of the guards standing sentry. The guard disappears into one of the doors behind Lufir and is gone for a moment before returning, walking behind someone who appears to be a prisoner, a bag over their head as they shuffle along. The guard guides this appears to be a man in front of you all and forces the man to his knees. The bag is ripped from his head, and you all are met with the vision of a young man, probably barely 22, though his sallow face and bushy beard make him appear much older. He squints, blue eyes adjusting to the light within the chamber, and his eyes trail the floor, finding your feet, making their way up to your faces. Eilif? Two of you recognize this man. Adair Myremore kneels there before you, a shell of the man he was when you'd last seen him. Eilif, your husband, and Neck, your former brother-in-arms. A prisoner before you.
Why do you have him?
Lufir sort of is circling once more. Well, as far as we can tell from what we've gathered the information from him, he abandoned his post and thought that he would make his way to freedom through ruin if it wasn't for our corpse hunters spotting him before he'd get too far.
Yeah, I can confirm. He was a deserter.
Eilif, how are you here?
What has happened?
Lufir sort of kneels next to Adair. Well, I thought this would be a bit of a better reunion, to be honest. Thought you might be overjoyed. But been wrong before, really.
I want to point out, Eilif's hand is just itching. She's just like, I know I can't stab this man because we just tried that, but I really want to.
He's gonna sort of slap Adair on the back of on his back. Well, do you have anything to say to your beautiful bride, or are you just gonna stand there like looking stupid? You know, she's been looking for you, really. It's kind of a testament to the loyalty that you left behind to chase glory. And Adair, he breaks contact with you, Eilif, eye contact with you as he looks down, and there's shame swelling on his face, like a tidal wave over his entire body. I'm sorry. Wasn't what I thought it would be.
She's gonna ignore him and, so, do you want me to take him off your hands, or?
Not really. Thought you just might want to know. Hey, here he is. Thought he was dead. He's not. He's here. We've had him for quite some time now. Didn't actually take him very long to abandon his post. A little bit... You know, your country really needs to, like, pick their who fights for them a little bit better. You can't really just have people turning tail and running at the first sign of conflict. That's not great. Not great for the morale, not great for everyone involved. Leaves a lot to be desired.
Rephrase. What can I do to get him back?
Well, I thought that this would be a little bit thing that just sweeten the pot a little bit. You complete my tasks. You've done pretty good thus far in, then you're free to do whatever you want with him. As long as he doesn't come back into my country.
I will make sure that he doesn't. May I? And then I'll gesture to, like, if I can't approach him.
Adair?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lufir sort of stands up and have at it.
Yeah, I'll walk up to him, and it's weird because she thought he was dead. Like, she was kind of hoping he was.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a weird fucking feeling. And she's just like kind of like starts to touch his like hair and then his face and just kind of making sure that he's actually there.
He leans into the touch, your familiar touch, the touch of his wife. And you get to sense that he's not known a gentle touch in quite some time. His lips are chapped, slightly bleeding. He's got the remnants of a black eye. You'll note that his hands are scarred, likely from some sort of torture they might have inflicted on him during some sort of interrogation. He looks a bit malnourished. You remember Adair as this great hulking figure, but he's lost quite a bit of muscle mass in however long he's been here. It could be months, it could have been over a year at this point that he's been here.
She'll try to like fish out any food that she has in her pocket, probably like some sort of really stale bread that she's just kept to snack on, and she'll like feed him.
He's accepting of it, obviously, almost ravenous as you offer him this food. Didn't think you'd come for me.
Yeah, well, I did. But I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know you were here.
They'll think I'm dead.
They had a funeral and everything. You know.
Is it a nice one?
And she'll like, I don't remember. And she'll like show him her calloused hands. Almost directly after I was set aside.
By who? Who did that?
Well, myself. How long have you been here?
He sort of like glances over his shoulder at Lufir. Months, maybe a year.
She'll like still caress him.
There's a moment as he's looking at you, and his eyes trail to your stomach. Because when he had left, you were a few months pregnant. And you no longer have that swell. And with his hands sort of clasped together, he presses a hand to your stomach. What of my son? Our son?
We can talk about that later. For now, she'll pull the little mitten and as best as she can hand it to him, she'll give it to him. She she can probably take a snip of like the yarn itself and just keep that. He seems like he needs it more, and we can talk about that later. For now, I'll be back.
He grasps onto the mitten and he holds it to his forehead. And as he's sort of in this kneeling position, he falls deeper into it, his head pressing against the floor just before your feet. And you recognize the quake in his shoulders as he begins to cry. And then sob. And this strong man that you have known most of your life, all of your life, you had watched him turn from a boy into a man, into your husband. He looks so broken for you.
She'll set a hand on his back to comfort him, and she'll look to Lufir, kind of begging, as she asks, "Please don't hurt him anymore."
Lufir stands straight with his hands once more clasped behind his back. And he looks at you, Eilif. He'll nod. Because you've earned his respect.
I guess she'll press like a kiss to his head and whisper, "I just have to do this, and we can go home. Just hold on a little longer."
The guard that had brought him in, a little more gently than he had been brought in, it lifts Adair by his bicep up to his feet. You see the hairs that had streaked down disappearing into his beard. His eyes are now puffy and red. And there's a wobble to his lip as he looks at you one last time before being ushered away by the guard, back presumably into his holding cell. And Lufir will look at you all. Well,
any direction in which we should look for this necromancer of yours?
actually, I do have someone who will be accompanying you all. One of our corpse hunters, a bit familiar with the area, will act as your guide, more or less. They're familiar with this country and its rules, as well as necromancers and the undead. You all will make your way to Arstwim, the city of corpses, the Columbarian. That's where you will hopefully find our missing necromancer. Dead or alive. Hopefully alive. I mean, undead. Find his body, is what I'm asking. It's agreeable for everyone.
It is to me.
Perfectly fine with me.
Any last questions you'd like to ask of me?
What are we to find at the City of Corpses,
Well,
besides your necromancer?
hopefully nothing out of the sorts. The City of Corpses is where our dead are interred and later reanimated, if deemed so necessary. We keep a close eye on the corpses of our citizens. They are valuable assets to us as a society. And I think at this point, you all would notice Something you haven't... Actually, give me a perception check at this point.
That is
19.
19?
13 plus 6.
19?
So 19.
20 total.
All of you would notice there are columns lining this entire chamber. And you would have noticed, standing before each column, almost hidden in the shadows, are figures. Standing eerily still, Venetian-like mass gold-plated on their faces, their bodies entirely covered. And it's in the air. The stench of undead. So obvious to you now, after having witnessed Lufir's necromancy magic in person. It reeks throughout this chamber, and even when you had been brought out to the antechamber before, while the interrogations were going on. It's so obvious now, these people, these figures, are reanimated.
Can I approach one?
Hmm?
Slowly, I think Oleyna will sort of stride over there and sort of study it.
It doesn't make any move as you approach it. It's standing, its hands perfectly at its sides. It almost looks like a mannequin, where you're not even sure that it's capable of movement or anything. And then you hear Lufir mutter something in Infernal. Do any of you know Infernal?
I know Infernal.
Okay. Anyone else? I think Eilif, you might? No?
No.
He mutters attention in Infernal. And at that, you note all of the figures turn and look to you, Oleyna. And as you stare at it, the mask on its face obscures any sort of vision to who this person might have been in life. And you're just left staring into two blank, empty black holes.
I think Oleyna will certainly turn back to Lufir and ask in Infernal, why the mask?
For control. Anonymity. I can't reveal all the secrets that we have here, but they are not reanimated against their will. Contracts are drawn out, loans to be repaid. It's all part of our society, you see. I know it might be quite different from what you're used to, but...
No, I quite understand, actually. And I think she's going to start slowly begin walking towards Lufir. You see, there's a moment between patron and courtesan where I offer a moment of control for a price. But of course, within a closed door, in a brothel room, I quite understand what it means to hold control. Otherwise, it all falls apart. I don't believe that you and I are dissimilar.
He smirks. In a way that feels familiar to you, as though you're looking in a mirror, seeing your own reflection in it. Any other questions?
Oh, I have many. And I think I'm slowly gaining the answers.
No.
I know your party will be doing a lot for us, but if we do this task, do you have any more books on the subject that I could borrow?
Oh, grandson. My library will be open to you.
Thank you.
He waits a moment to see if anyone else has anything to say. And then he looks to one of the guards and gestures, bring them in. One of the side doors in the throne room opens, and your eyes all turn as a figure walks through them. That's where we're going to end for this week.
Sweet.
As we gear up to have a guest on next week.
Hey, Kiers, fuck you. Just real quick. I love you. I fuck you though.
You didn't like my little surprise at the end for you? That was for you. I did that for you.
Not really.
I thought it was really good.
You didn't. You were like, man, my husband's dead. I was like, hey, no, he's not. He's right here. There you go.
Yeah, see, he's not dead. It's
He's not
good.
dead. You're
This is a
welcome.
good thing.
Now
Really,
you have
should
to
be
deal with the
thanking
fact
her.
that you have like a boyfriend who may or may not be dead.
Yeah, you keep killing my love interest.
I didn't kill them though.
So
They're
this
still
is
here.
really, you know what?
He's here.
He might be dead.
Until
He's
proven
fine.
otherwise.
So many people are dead.
Everything's
He's
fine.
dead in the inside. That counts.
He's fine. Everything's fine.
wait.
Don't worry about it.
Until Nick talks to Eilif.
It's gonna be great, guys. Don't worry.
It's gonna be super
It's
fun.
gonna be super
So I
fun.
feel like I'm really scared.
Don't be scared.
I
There's
love-
nothing to be
I
scared
love role playing with my friends and
I
playing
love
make-believe.
TTRPGs.
I love throwing dice and almost dying.
All right.
That hurt. That fight hurt.
Mhm.
Tell us who you are, what you got going on. Start with Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay. I'm at TheYellowCubes on all social media and also on Twitch. I have started streaming Baldur's Gate, and for the foreseeable future until I finish Baldur's Gate, I'm probably just gonna play Baldur's Gate because I discovered stuff that I didn't know was there. And I also play Eilif here, and that's about it. So, come watch me play stuff and then also watch me play on here. Please give me advantages because I'm deep in my sorrows right now. Okay, goodbye.
Joel.
Hey, it's TactlessRaccoon. Or Joel. Or Nick. And I enjoy TTRPGs with my friends. And I like moderating the chat.
Okay,
And-
Bones. All right, your time is up, Bones.
Hello, it's me. I'm LudoBones309, your favorite indie gamer here on Twitch. You can catch me all around the web playing different TTRPGs with my pals. But over on my channel, like tonight, we play video games. Tonight it's AAA Saturday. We're gonna play Rust. We made that decision. It's Saturday. But if you want to catch indie games all throughout the week over on my channel, that's great. We do a Wishlist Wednesday every single Wednesday where I play a game that's not normally on your Steam front page. And tomorrow, Stardew Sunday returns. Myriad and I are going back on Stardew. It's very exciting. We're very excited. And I also have Winter's Larder, Old Gods of Appalachia game over on Darling Creepshow's channel tomorrow night as well. DM'd by our very good friend Bleak Season. Kurt's in it. I'm in it. It's a great time, baby. And Eric Mona will be on it starting the session 2. So make sure you guys check that out. It's a very exciting game. I have done so much actual research for this game. So check that out. And then check me again on next Saturday over here playing All We've Lost. And maybe Oleyna will challenge Lufir somewhere. I don't know. Maybe they'll be pals. I think a budding friendship is happening here.
A mentor, maybe?
Oh, mentor.
All right, guys. And hi, I'm Myriad. This is my brainchild, All We've Lost. I do a whole lot of TTRPG stuff on this channel, as well as variety gaming and art. We have some good stuff coming up in the pipeline, so stick around and find out. If you liked what you saw today, make sure to follow. I appreciate everyone hanging out with us today. Is there anyone? We're gonna go raid over into Gem Night. Gem is a very good friend of this channel, very supportive. He plays a whole lot of Baldur's Gate, but right now he's playing some Final Fantasy VII Remake. So we're gonna go raid over into Gem. Stick around for the raid. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to tune in next week for session 2, where we have a very special guest coming on for a couple of episodes. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. But in the meantime, catch us tomorrow here on this channel, as well as over on Little Bones' channel for some Stardew Sunday. And then I have some other stuff coming up this week, but we'll be posting the schedule in the Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, you want to just keep up with what's happening in general on this channel, and as well as in my life, go join the Discord if you want. I don't know. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not your fucking dad. Everyone say goodbye.
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 Bye.